unless you get caught cheating, everyone thinks you're a good person or thinks you did good, but you didn't really.
It's not a matter anymore of don't cheat, it's a matter of don't get caught.
Right. Exactly.
It kind of just talks about, like, you know, professional athletes who do steroids, and, you know, it comes out later that they did this, but they've already had, like, the glory, they've already accomplished the things they wanted to accomplish, so who cares if it was 10 years ago, I already did everything I wanted. I already have the money. Like,
Perry Bonds.
Flo Joe.
Mary Jones.
Oh yeah.
Marion Jones, boy,
That
what a
was the
disappointment, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, I thought she was just so fast, and it turns out, no, she wasn't. Yeah, I'd be pissed off if you were the other. I mean, and also too, along that line, it robs other people, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
the person who came second in that Olympics, I mean, they robbed them of so much fame and so much glory.
And the people that she was on the relay team with, they
Got lost their medals.
yeah, because of her. And so you gotta consider other people when you're cheating.
You see, it seems to me, right, that it's the worst person if you're going to cheat. You can't be a runner, right? Because think about it. If you're trying to be a sprinter and you're taking drugs to make yourself faster, right? So you're trying to beat the people that are already fast. Now, if they find out you cheated and you then go off of steroids, they can come to your house with a baseball bat and you can't outrun them.
Good point.
That's problematic. So in other words, when you're going to cheat as shuffleboard.
I think also that desire to cheat is like with our desire to be the best or be better than the next person, and I guess laziness as Americans, that we don't really want to work hard. We don't really want to put in the work to be better than the next person. We probably just want to take the easy way around to become the best. And I guess some people it does work, some people it doesn't, some people get caught, but that's how I feel about that.
It's kind of an interesting point. Some people would say that that's just efficiency. Some people would say that, you know, to some extent, if you beat the system, you deserve it. You deserve what you get. What's interesting to me is that with regard to cheating or with regard to this, how much it translates now even to the business environment. That in many ways, people cheat sometimes just because they have so much to lose. They're trying to avoid it all come crashing down. Even though it's kind of, you know, it comes crashing down anyway. Anything else that we need to mention about that with regard to cheating? Okay. I can tell we're so talkative. All right, and here we go. The what's that word I'm looking for? The piece de resistance, chapter 9, which essentially Maya's kind of outlined throughout the last couple of chapters of how crappy we are and why we are that crappy. And now the epilogue of our situation is our circumstances. What the hell do we do about it? How do we find a way to not hate ourselves because of how phony we are, or how hypocritical we are, or how insensitive we are, or what else? Help me out here.
Just why we hate us. Yeah, I don't know. Because we're all selfish nowadays and everything like that.
Unhappy.
Essentially, we're trying to find the answers to stop Western decline. Yeah.
Who wants to start on that?
Are we just talking about, like, how we think we can deal with it?
Yeah, definitely. This is the open forum part. We're letting it fly.
Yeah.
All right, I think the basic or the obvious way to deal with this is to, I guess, treat others as you want to be treated. So like, don't be fake to someone if you wouldn't want to be someone present themselves as fake to you, or don't like overly like throw something in someone's face when you don't want it to be, if you wouldn't want that to be done to you, or don't cheat someone out of something if you wouldn't want to be cheated out of something. If we interact with each other and we dealt with each other in that way, then I think a lot of these issues would be solved. And the fact of being rude to one another and all those things, like if we deal with each other like in that aspect, then we wouldn't have to deal with a lot of these issues that are faced in this. Why do we hate us? But
And why do you think that people are treating others that way? Because they're looking out for themselves. They want to climb to the top of that summit and have the biggest house and the biggest car. So make a good point with, you don't want to be always looking out for yourself. This isn't me world. It's a community, and we all need to, look out for each other, and then good things will come back to us.
I think too, it kind of goes back to, you have to know as like a person what makes you happy. You have to figure out the things in life that are gonna make you happy and what you want to work towards, and then you're not so susceptible to the marketing and the media ploys and the things telling you that you're not good enough and you need to change and you need to do this and you need this shirt, because you already know that, no, I don't need that, I'm happy like this. And I think that people in America lack a lot of personal responsibility, and if you take responsibility for all of your actions, then you're more inclined to do things that aren't going to get you in trouble and that aren't going to look badly or hurt other people, because you don't want to be the one that everybody looks to and goes, why would you do that?
I think another point, going back to what you said, is authenticity, because what we see ultimately affects what we want to do and how we behave, and the people that we see, the public figures, because they've gotten ahead, we think if we can do what they've done, we can make it. But I believe if we were our own person, we wouldn't have to worry about hating ourselves or hating anyone else, because when it all came down to it, we're the best at what we can be as ourselves, and we're not trying to be anyone else.
For me, this is crazily compounded question that bothers me on a regular basis. The truth is, I believe the answer is, well enough, like Christensen says, it's education. We as a society need to learn to think for ourselves. We need to stop being spoon-fed by everything that's out there and have other people tell us what we should think and how we should feel. I think at some point, and this experience can happen at any point, but I think all of us in this room at one point or another have become enlightened to the point where you hear something and you think, well, maybe that's not the way it actually is. I mean, where's the validity in that statement? And as a society, we need to find that, and we need to clearly be able to say, oh, you know what, yeah, this Pampers commercial, maybe they're wrong, and maybe it's not the most absorbent one. And I think we've become so far removed away from that to where we buy into so much. People tell you what the American dream is, so you buy into it. You don't actually actively think about what you want for yourself. And I think that's one of the main things that's honestly hurting us as a society, and a way for us to kind of move away from it. If we can actively think about the things that make us who we are and the things that we want, and actually not just buy into every single crap. Oh, you know what? It's a nice big TV, so I should buy it. It's a car, and even though it gets me from point A to point B, it's that much faster. I should buy it and I should have it, and that's going to make me a better person. Absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. We need to think about that.
And that's one of the points that he brings up in here is, don't just live your life in autopilot. You want to be thoughtful and steer deliberately. He says, make an effort to train your intuitions and embrace the moral challenge of life. You don't want to just be on autopilot and not think things through. When you see all these marketing ads and all this stuff on TV, you don't want to buy into it. You want to thoughtfully think about it and make your own decisions about, and he says, these quality decisions that you make add up to a valid life. He kind of compares it to climbing a mountain, and you want to climb that mountain for the right reasons, and throughout there you're going to have these difficult decisions, and you want to make the ones that are true to your character. And I think Dr. Wasco kind of mentioned on going back to not being on autopilot and steering deliberately. She made us at the very beginning of the semester, I don't know if you guys remember this, question when we were doing something in the middle of the day, does this add value to my life?
Yeah.
Such as watching TV. Like, if we were watching some stupid show that doesn't pertain or help us out in any way. my BFF or whatever. Yeah. Oh, Super Sweet 16. Does that really add value to our life? And that's what Meyer's trying to get across here. Make good decisions, quality decisions, stay true to your character, and you'll get a little bit more out of everything, I think.
Sure, I know you're in love with My Sweet 16, but anyway,
yeah, right.
Shakespeare, I think it says it right, to thine own self be true.